Hi, everyone. It's Rabbi Leider from Chabad of University City, bringing to you one of my videos for your inspiration and your information. We're well into our quarantine all over the world, and it's incredible how people from all over the world, at every aspect of life, and every religion and culture and race and everything, we're all in this together. We're all doing things together. And we wonder, what is the difference between place and place, between America and Europe, between Asia and Africa, and all of the places throughout the world. And indeed, we are all really as one. I'd like to share with you a beautiful saying from the book Hayom Yom from the Lubavitcher Rebbe. And it's from yesterday's Hayom Yom, actually. I saw it because it really struck me. It says, the place of a man does not honor him. Now, it doesn't matter where you live. Place and circumstances do not make him cold and insensitive. Rather, man honors his place. Wherever the man, the person himself, really makes the place. Man has the capacity and the power to illuminate his environment with the light of Torah and avoda, of divine service. What does this mean? A person could say, I don't care for that particular place. I want to go to another place. I will do better if I go to another place. Even though there's an expression, shana l'makom, shana l'mazel, you change your place, you change your luck, but still, it really, in many respects, doesn't matter where you live. You could live just as easily in San Diego as you would in London, England, or in France or any other place. Wherever, if you're going to be happy one place, you're going to be happy anywhere. You are going to make that place into a holy place, a special place, and a meaningful place, not because of the place, not because there is an Eiffel Tower or there's a beach where you are or a desert or one place is colder and one place is hotter. It really ultimately does not matter. What matters is you and me. We matter and where we raise our children and what happens in our home. And really, what this virus is bringing out in all of us is that the important thing is not so much the outside, it's the inside that counts. What's important is in the inside of us, in our homes. That is really the essence. In Judaism, we believe very much that the most important institution is the home. The home is where it's all at. The home is the place where we make our Passover Seder, where we light our menorah, where we light our Shabbos candles, where we have all of our traditional celebrations are found primarily in the home. And you'll find among Orthodox Jews that the synagogues are not particularly very large. They aren't. Why should they be? After all, the main thing is not the synagogue, it's the home. The service is short, you go home and you have lunch. The service is short, you go home and you have dinner. The short service is short, and you go and light a Hanukkah candle. The really important thing is really the home, and what happens in the home is really the most important thing. This morning we had a beautiful minyan at 9 o'clock. We had many people who joined us. I hope tomorrow more of you will come and join us on Zoom. You can contact us with our link on Zoom and join us for that. Rabbi Kagan said a very beautiful story this morning, which I'd like to share with you once again for those of you who haven't heard it. In 1988, in February of 1988, the Lubavitcher Rebbe lost his wife after many, many years of marriage. That coming Passover, the Rebbe was supposed to spend Pesach uh, having a Seder like everybody else, but the Rebbe had no children. So it was only him and his wife was now gone. So what was he going to do? Now you should know that the Lubavitcher Rebbe had hundreds of thousands of followers all over the world. And people were conducting Passover Seders in the Kremlin and in Red Square and in Paris and everywhere in the world. Millions of Jews were joining together with Chabad Sedarim all over the world in the Rebbe's merit. But this particular Passover, the Rebbe was only going to spend Passover alone with his wife. So he came to shul, as he always does, and after services, a young boy named Ari Halberstam, who was destined to be killed in a terrorist attack on the Brooklyn Bridge soon after that, Ari he was only about 14 years old, he came up to the Rebbe, and he said to the Rebbe after davening, he must have taken a lot of courage, he came up to the Rebbe and said, Rebbe, My mother said that I should ask you to join us for our Passover Seder in our house. We would love to have you. The Rebbe was so touched by that. He said, thank you so much, but I've made arrangements already. I've already lit candles, and I'm going to have Seder, but I'm not going to be alone, he said. I'm going to be together with my father-in-law, with the previous Rebbe who had passed on many years earlier. And that year, the Rebbe spent Seder by himself. And subsequently, all the rest of the years after that, indeed, he did that as well. The Rebbe never had a guest for Passover for the Seder. Never. And in fact, even when the Rebbetzin was alive, there was just the two of them. And it's hard for us to imagine that the two of them would sit by themselves in their house, serving the food themselves, cleaning up afterwards, and having a Seder, just the two of them. But it really teaches us an important lesson, especially for so many of us who are not going to be with guests and with family and with hundreds of people as we are every year. We're all going to be by ourselves, and some of us are going to be very alone. Only you, that's it. Maybe a wife or a husband, and maybe a children, or maybe not. But we were wondering what kind of Passover is this going to be. But the Rebbe saw that the really important thing is what's inside, what's in the home. The home is the neshama inside the soul of a person. That's really what the most important thing. It's not so much the guests you're having and all the hoopla that's happening around you and all that, but really Passover should be something very internal and very internalized. So we have the opportunity, as I mentioned last Sunday at the Learnathon, it's a good opportunity to get yourself a good Haggadah with some good interpretations. Set the table as you usually do, prepare the food, and have yourself a Seder. And your guests will be God. And the prophet Eliyahu Navi, we will ask Eliyahu this year that instead of coming at the end of the Seder, he'll come at the beginning of the Seder. And he'll join with us. And also your ancestors, your forefathers, they'll be there also with you to join you together with your Seder and with my Seder. And frankly, I must say that I'm sort of looking forward to the Seder this year with my immediate family. There'll only be about 6 of us joining together in the Seder. I haven't done this in 43 years. It's going to be quite an experience, and I'm looking forward to it. And I hope you're looking forward to it also. It'll be a good opportunity. God willing, next year we're going to have lots of guests and lots of activity for Passover. But for this year, it's going to be more internalized. This year, Passover is going to be held at home. Shalom, everyone. Be well. And join us tomorrow at 9 o'clock for our minyan.